Oh, hi. My name is Harish Davda. In this short video, I want to briefly explain my coaching services. So, firstly, I do Enneagram coaching. So, what is Enneagram? Enneagram is a personality style whereby um, it enables us to examine our conditioning or our patterns that we have taken on from our childhood. And by looking at our behavior, we can see which patterns or which conditioning is coming in the way of our success, of our happiness, etc. So, how do I work? Well, I get the client to do an extensive test. The client gets 20-page report, and from the report and from the profile, which I get as well, we then work out a coaching program. So, how many sessions are needed? Mainly about three or four. Uh, and after that, if the client is interested, then further support is available as well. Maybe a coaching session every month or every 6 weeks. Um, Now, just the final thing I want to say is that Enneagram is very highly transformative because we get a chance to remove obstacles in the way we want to live our life. We become healthier mentally, emotionally, in the way we take actions, and much more. Okay, the second coaching program, um, coaching services, is what I call conscious business coaching. So, what is a conscious business? Well, a conscious business is the one which is run by using certain deep rooted principles by the owner or by the founder. So, how do I work? Well, I have a conversation with the client and find out first what the client wants to achieve, etc. And if the client then decides to work with me, then we work out a coaching program. And the starting point is removing the obstacles. Sometimes I may ask them to do an Enneagram test to be able to identify some of the specific obstacles. And then working with the client, we work out the principles on which the client wants to run his or her business. The next stage is that of manifestation. In other words, using certain techniques and so on, the client then begins to manifest success, etc. Um, and as a result of that, the client is becoming a certain kind of person. That's very interesting because that's coming from one's consciousness, and hence the name that I've given is conscious business. The next stage is that of freedom. In other words, at this point, the client makes things happen effortlessly and achieves a tremendous sense of freedom. And the next question is, well, how are you going to use the freedom? And that becomes very, very interesting because then the client decides, you know, um, uh, various ways of using the freedom. For example, the client might say, well, I want to start a project to help my local community. Or, I've had quite a lot of experience of life, of business, etc. And I want to write a book so that, as many people as possible in the world can actually read my book and can learn from my insights, from my experience, etc. So, there are all sorts of things that people may decide to use their freedom. They may want to do something for the environment, or they may want to change the world. Again, this coaching program is very, very highly transformative because you get to run your business based on principles that resonate with you, and that is very important. And one of the things that comes out of this is just happiness, that the client not only becomes happy but enables other people around him or her happy as well. So how many sessions are required? Maybe about four or five, and then after that further coaching can be offered if the client is interested, maybe once every 6 weeks or once every 2 months, and so on. And just last thing I want to say is that in between coaching sessions, there is a very detailed action plan. So the client is working in between sessions and producing results. Okay, if you have any questions or if you need any more information, just look for my details in the information part of this video, and get in touch. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Bye.